Okay, so let's load up a program. I've already renamed my program, so first thing you want to do is open up your program, save it to a different name, and then go to the IOC, and what we're going to do is add a rack. So okay, so the first thing you want to do is open your program and save it to a different name. Okay, now you'll have to do a download all for all this, but I assume that's okay. Now what we've got here is a system that has 2 racks in it. Each rack has a node processor in it. So we're going to add a chassis that has let's find one. We're going to add a chassis that has 2 node processors in it, and I think 2 chassis processors. Maybe. So let's drag, we're going to drag one of these chassis over here into the empty slot just below rack 1. Now the object here is to replace rack 1 with rack 2. So we'll open up rack 2 and see what it's got in it. It looks like it's got 1 node processor and 2 chassis processors. Now let's look at rack 1. It also has 1 node processor and 2 chassis processors. I don't know what the difference is. Maybe one's got more power supplies in it. So what we're going to do here is move all of these I/O cards into the next chassis. So we'll start with slot 3 and drag it from rack 1 down to slot 3 of rack 02. Okay, likewise we'll do that to slot 4, slot 6, slot 8, slot 9, and slot 11. Now if we open up slot 3 and look at the properties of that card, that has all of the same properties that it had before. So all of our I/O assignments are preserved. Okay, now what we're left with is rack 1, 01, with nothing in it. So we'll right click on 01 and click delete. Now we've got an empty slot. We'll just click and drag rack 02 where rack 01 was. So now we've got a different rack than the one we had before. I don't know what the difference is, but I think they're different. But that's how you get a new rack in place. So how do I know if that's going to work? I hope it's going to work. Try it, see what happens. You got nothing to lose. Save your old program. Stick your new rack in the next available rack slot. Move all the cards over to it. Delete the old rack, and then drag that new chassis back where the old one was.